welcome to Wednesday Night Live. My name is Nancy Woods. I'm the assistant minister here. And Reverend Mike got his second shot, so I told him it might be better if he took the day off, and so I'm here to, okay, I'm doing this wrong. I'm pulling my clothes off. I'm going in the opposite direction and looking at myself on the picture. Now that's better. So welcome, and it's always a pleasure and really an opportunity to enjoy this experience with you, to spend some time just sitting and meditating with Spirit itself. And let's see if I can remember the flow of this, how this takes place. And if this is your first time with us, we usually share a little bit at the beginning, and then we spend some quiet time into meditation. If you remember Mike, he used to spend some time stretching and awakening your energy physically. Well, that won't happen tonight. So I am going to welcome each one of you as we go into this process. And we always start our programs here by recognizing it's what we call lighting the flames of faith, when we recognize the different spiritual pathways and in honoring the different spiritual pathways. And we call it a call to service. And we perform this ceremony to promote the universal consciousness of life, which acknowledges that all people and all faiths, all sentient beings come from one great universal presence, which we call Spirit. Fundamental to this truth is the unified nature of all religious thought and experience, which we honor here today. And we lit the first candle for the Tao, honoring the universal path of harmony and equilibrium, the natural way. We lit the second candle for the shamanic tradition, honoring the beliefs and practice of all indigenous people, the way of primal spirituality. We lit the third candle for Hinduism, honoring the path of knowledge, action, and devotion. We lit the fourth candle for Judaism, honoring the ethical path of living by sacred law. We lit the fifth candle for all forms of Buddhism, honoring the Four Noble Truths and the path of compassion. We lit the sixth candle for all forms of Christianity, honoring the Christ consciousness as the path of love. We lit the seventh candle for all forms of Islam, honoring the path of submission to the will of God as the highest calling. We lit the eighth candle for the universalistic religion of Baha'i, honoring the path of unity and peace. We lit the ninth candle for all forms of new thought, honoring the metaphysical path of mental healing through the practice of universal spiritual principles. And we lit the 10th candle for those who are as yet unaware of Spirit in their lives, and for the space we hold for them here at the center or online in our lives and in our heart. And as we lit the the candle in the center, it is the healing candle. Please put silently into the light the names of anyone you wish to have experienced the healing flame of God's eternal love.
I'm thankful, so grateful. I'm one with the Spirit all around so grateful. I trust in God. I surrender, I surrender. I'm one with the Spirit all around me. I surrender, I surrender. I trust in God.
And we do trust the spiritual presence of life. We trust it in such a way that we are able to relax and let go and allow ourselves to be open and receptive to its presence in the words, thoughts, and expression of life that we are experiencing in this time together. As I open my heart and mind and allow this understanding, this awareness to be the center out of which everything comes forth, it is coming forth with the energy of love, a harmony. And as I know this and understand this, I appreciate the idea that the spiritual presence guides us through this experience tonight. Through whatever we share in words or thought and energy, it is all energy. It is truly the energy of the divine presence. As we acknowledge that this is the energy that we are sharing, the fruits of it will come through us, to us, and by us. And as we appreciate this together, we appreciate the ability and the awareness that brings the mind into a knowing and an understanding that the divine is always ready to flow into expression with the newness of being, moment by moment. So this current moment is the one we are honoring. This is the one that we appreciate and embrace and allow to be what we focus our energy on. Knowing this is knowing the beauty and the wonder of spirit itself. It's lovingly, joyfully, and with a tremendous embrace. It embraces all of us in this sense of love, the sense of knowing the truth and allowing it to be what unfolds and reveals itself in its constant newness of being. For this, I am grateful. I appreciate each and every person that has joined us on this minute, this evening, and this time together. I appreciate the opportunity to just immerse my energy and my mind and my thought into the spiritual presence in such a way that I am able to rejoice at the blessing. I am grateful. I am truly grateful. And I embrace the idea with each one that is joining me in this experience as we say together, and so it is. And thank you. You know, when I was trying to decipher exactly where I wanted to go this evening with this time that I was been given, I realized that I can plan it in the sense that I can focus on the spiritual presence. I can utilize the idea that spirit is coming through me, for me, and as me, as my focus in this current moment. So whatever idea that I had, I will know that I can willingly let it go if what needs to come forth starts coming forward. So what I wanted to start with is talking about, I'm doing a book study with a group, and it's Goldsmith's, it's an old book by Goldsmith, where he talks about spiritual healing. And it's been such an enriched experience to be able to read someone who was very devoted, and his whole focus in life was allowing that spiritual presence to flow forth into expression. So when I first was introduced to Joel Goldsmith, I said, "Are you so far more into the absolute that I'm ready to get?" I was not ready to experience it. But I feel like now I can say that I totally relate to what he is presenting and how he's presenting his material. And even though some of his material is a little dated, but the crust of it is that the current journey of experiencing a process of developing my ability to express from my inner awareness, from that spiritual presence that's in me, this material that he's presenting is all about that. So so that's why it resonates so well with me right now. And it just seems like most of the material that I have been exposed to in the last few months is supporting that idea, and each one. And now this book, I mean, he does such a let me share something. The thing that we had in our book club last week, about a week ago, and where he's talking about spiritual healing, and that why it was necessary. He was saying that we can look at these physical aspects of life, and as long as we are thinking that the joy and harmony and peace is going to come from these physical aspects, we have lost touch with the whole thrust of finding true harmony and true peace. Because he said it is not so much as you push this life away, but what you have to realize is that according to what we are experiencing in here with the spiritual presence of life, that that is the foundation out of which all these physical manifestations can flow into expression with ease and grace. So that doesn't get rid of any of the beauty, the joy, and the good of life. What it does is it brings it forth in a more harmonious experience. And I know this, and I noticed that when you are able to feel like you're in alignment, whatever you're experiencing, you can. It's more relaxing, and you're feeling more comfort. So I think that it just says that it's really important that we develop our ability to experience more connection with this inner awareness. And each and every person has the ability to bring this forth into expression. But we have to do the work. And what I have discovered is that just observing my own self, that there is a certain amount of work I'm willing to do to experience it. But I did discover that there are some times that I don't have the motivation or the drive or the inspiration, I should say inspiration. I don't feel that inspiration to do the work that is necessary for that to happen. But the richness is, to the extent that I do it, I'm finding that the results cause me to want to do it more. So, so when I share this with you, I think he does much better job of putting it in I say putting it into words than I would than I normally do. So what this I just wanted to share these few paragraphs where he says, "Man will find." Oh, wait a minute. Let me start it. Man will not be at peace with himself unless no one would ever be completely whole until he finds himself at home in God. No one is going to be wholly satisfied, even with good economical conditions, until he finds his inner communion with God. Now you understand what I mean by he's saying he's very absolute with what he says. He goes on to say, watching television will not satisfy man's soul. Watching baseball games or football games is not the way to find peace of mind or peace of soul, nor yet a satisfactory method of bringing peace on earth and goodwill to men. There's nothing wrong, nothing evil about these things. They are all good in their place. They all have their function. But no one has ever found permanent harmony in a football game or a baseball game or a television set or in dancing. The harmony of man's being is achieved only when he finds God, when he arrives at an inner communion with that which is greater than himself. And so you see what I mean by this word. This is a journey, and we each are moving towards finding this connection that's within. And as we find this connection, we find that the more we become aware of it, the more it flows into whatever activity that we are experiencing. And I think that most of us look to Spirit for the healing conscious. And when we look at it from that place, he puts it in a very nice way when he says, spiritual healing is much more than a purely physical experience or even mental experience. Healing is finding an inner communion with something greater, far greater than anything in the world. It is finding ourselves in God, finding ourselves in a spiritual peace, an inner peace, an inner glory, inner glow, all of which comes to us with the realization of God with us. The presence and the power of God is felt. Resting in this peace, the body resumes its normal function, and thus functions are carried on by the power not our own. And we know this because we know our hearts are beating, we're breathing, and it's a natural thing that we don't have to make ourselves do. Resting in the peace, the body resumes its normal function, and those functions are carried out by a power not our own. The body then begins to show forth perfect, complete health, youth, vitality, and strength, all the gift of God. And so when we look at this, and we look at the idea that this wondrous presence is available to us, getting in touch with it is a journey within itself. I think that each and every one of us has had moments when we have been in touch, and sometimes we call it an intuitive sense, or that gut feeling, or something, when something tells us that this is perfect, this is what we're supposed to do. But it is significant, according to what he is teaching us, that we actually spend time being consciously stepping into this awareness. How do we allow ourselves, or to get ourselves to actually develop the ability to express life from this heart center? And the component that is very significant for me in that, from what my experience, is love. This sense of the love in our hearts and being conscious, aware of this love. And love is one of those words that has been, so many things have been attributed to it. But this love, I see it as an energy. And this energy it flows in such a way that it has no conflict. It is the harmony of being. It is actually what takes the struggle and the strife out of the experience, whatever we are experiencing in life. And one of the things that I have noticed is that as we get in touch with, as I get in touch with this inner teacher more and more, I am seeing things that comes directly from me shifting my mind a little bit into that direction. Because if I feel a little bit off key, if I start thinking of the spiritual energy and how I need to flow, it seems like things will come into alignment more. One of the incidents that I had recently was that I wanted to know, how could I know more about what was coming from Spirit? How can I feel like I'm in alignment and getting this direction and being guided by Spirit itself? So what I did is I did a meditation on it. I even wrote myself a treatment about it. And when I got up the next morning and I was doing my morning work, one of the first things that came into something that I was reading said, I'll come to you through whatever means that I may reach you. I come to you sometimes through Mother Nature. I come to you through a quote in a book, or a message on a billboard, or something that a friend is sharing. So it was like that sense and that knowing that, yes, this was the answer that I was looking for. So I began to appreciate and look for that, look for this. And so this week has been one of those where a lot of those little nuggets have come up where I know that they are messages, especially when I know that I have formed the questions in our mind. I open my consciousness, especially during a meditation. I open to hear or feel or sense the spiritual presence. So that's why tonight I wanted to do that. I wanted to do this in such a way that we kind of take ourselves into just being still and see if we can sense and feel, just be willing to be able to feel the presence of Spirit, and not necessarily asking for any particular way, any particular picture, just willing to let all of that, these definitions are defining, to let it go, just let it go, and just open our minds to hear and experience spirit during our quiet time tonight. Uh, and just have a willing consciousness and then take our mind off of making anything happen and allow it to happen. So I say this. I want you to take a deep breath and just relax into your chair. And just feel like you're willing to let go. Just allow yourself to be comfortable. Rest your hands, your feet may be flat on the floor. And wherever you're sitting on the floor or whichever way you are, just allow yourself to get comfortable. Get the wiggles out and just know that you're totally comfortable. And as you sense this comfort, sense it from a place of the consciousness of letting go. Just be willing to let go. And as you do this, feel your shoulders just kind of drop and fall away. Your neck is straight and holding your head with ease, in alignment. Feel that spinal column just in total straight line, straight down your back. And if you're sitting, whatever you're sitting on, just feel the comfort. Just feel like it's just right. Now take a deep breath and feel the air going in. And now feel it going out. Try it again and let it go in and allow it to go out. And feel yourself just filling up with this air and allow it to come deeper and deeper and deeper. And open your mouth and let it go. Just release. And on the next inhale, I want you to accept, receive Spirit's presence. As you breathe in, receive it. And when you let the air out, just surrender your energy to it. Just surrender everything to Spirit right now. And in this state of relaxation, let's close the eyes if you choose to. And focus within. Just focus within your own self. Feel your air going in. Feel it coming out. And just follow it in and follow it out. Let your mind just totally focus on it. And know with me, Holy Spirit, just listen to the words. Allow it to soak in. Holy Spirit, I am grateful to know thy presence. And I open myself to allow that inner knowingness to take the stage tonight and express through that presence in words and in silence. Allow me to feel the support, to feel enhanced, and bring forth the consciousness awareness of thy presence in me, as me. And all those journeying into this meditation hour. So as we allow ourselves to just let go and we follow in the breath, Receiving on the inhale. Surrendering on the exhale. And then we receive that inner awareness coming forth as the consciousness. And it comes forth with love. It's joy. And it's a sense of wholeness, a completion. And it's something that just feels good to totally surrender and allow it to be who and what we are. And we know this, we feel this, we are this. So let's be still. Let's enter the quietness. So for the next 15 minutes or so, just allow ourselves to stay with this wonderful, delicious feeling of love and wholeness and peace. Just stay with it and allow it to just flow. Flow as the breath, in and out. Stay with the I am. So as we gently bring ourselves back into focus here, focus on the idea and the love that we're sensing and feeling is present. To realize and to understand that Spirit is with us, in us, through us, and as us. And this is awareness, and this is truth. This is the place of understanding that will allow us to unfold and step forward into each moment with the energy, the strength, and the ability to bring forth the constant newness of being, to be able to embrace and understand and recognize the presence of God in each and every activity. And as we allow ourselves to do this, and we know that our surroundings begin to harmonize with the thoughts that we are experiencing and expressing, we feel and understand and know and appreciate that things that are being experienced by us is the revelation of Spirit bringing itself into the physical manifestation of life, giving its way to the wonder and the beauty of creativity, of love, of joy and peace and health and wholeness. And the physical manifestations of life are showing and expressing what it is to know and to feel the alignment of the divine presence as a consciousness. And this consciousness is the consciousness that is tapped into that infinite intelligence of wisdom that is able to know and express and to bring into realization the exact steps that need to be taken, that awareness that needs to be felt and experienced and embraced, that the health and wholeness of our physical bodies can reflect the divine presence of Spirit, and that each and every activity is bringing forth a creative aspect of being. So the newness comes out of this activity, whether it's whatever that activity may be and whatever form it may take. It is the wonder of the Spirit of self saying yes to life. And as we know this and we celebrate the idea that this is the truth that we are expressing and experiencing, we let everything that we are saying, knowing, and expressing be a revelation of what the divine presence can present in its beautiful, gracious way of being in the individual and in multiple ways of being, and knowing that each new way, a different way, is the uniqueness of Spirit saying yes to life. So we are in this wondrous experience of experiencing all of this newness with each and every soul that we meet or we experience in life. And so we feel and know that this wondrous presence of the heart, this love, is able to reveal itself in all things, and we are recognizing it, we are embracing it, and we are letting it be that which takes charge. And I know that each and every person, each and every individual that is reaching for a greater expression of life knows it right now, is knowing and understanding that Spirit is alive and well and expressing in and through and as us. And it's this wondrous truth that we take out of this experience that we have had here together and go forth to live it and be it and rejoice with every opportunity that comes along that reminds us of this wonder and its expression of life. Oh, this is Spirit saying yes. This is Spirit saying, I am well pleased. I am knowing and understanding and revealing in many and unique ways. And I am able to see the wonder and the beauty of being in everyone, every uniqueness. And each and every thought and that comes and expresses this greatness, this uniqueness of being. So as we let go and allow these truths to flow out into the universe and know that every soul that experiences this is blessed with a greater awareness of the Spirit's presence in and through and as each and every individual expression that we are. And this truth knows no bounds. It is limitless in how many it touches. And it goes forth in all its glory and all its beauty, saying yes, yes, yes to life itself. And it is with great joy and acceptance and appreciation, and to know that this wonder of life has flown into expression right here, right now, in a consciousness of knowing. And this is truth, this is love, this is the absoluteness of life saying yes. So we let it be, and oh, so it is. And so be it. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. That was very, very sweet for me. I hope it was listen, I'm going to know that it is sweet for you too. Yes. And I'm going to invite you to join me, because I think on the 11th of May, I'm going to start a class on Tuesday. And it's going to be about this, it's from some more writings from Joel Goldsmith. So I really want to explore this more, and I invite anybody that's interested in knowing this even greater to join me in this experience, because I think this is a really adventurous way of experiencing life. And thank you for letting me share that. So, and thank you all. If this is your first time, thank you for joining us. Thank you. We're here every Wednesday night, so come back and join next week. Reverend Mike would be here to share with you. You can join us on Sunday on Facebook or on YouTube or on our website, cslgh.org. Join us at 10:30 a.m. every Sunday for our service. And I also like to express my gratitude and appreciation for all of you that have subscribed to us on YouTube. And I want you to, if you haven't subscribed, click that button and subscribe, and invite a friend to subscribe, because I think that this is a wondrous journey that we are all on. And so the more people that we invite into our wondrous experience, the more people are blessed by it. And so I want to thank you for allowing me to be here with you tonight. And I also want to express my gratitude for all your financial support. We do have many ways in which you can give. We have PayPal that you find on our webpage. Donate, and you click, and they will take you to this PayPal page, and you'll be able to donate to us that way on our website, on YouTube, and Facebook. All those places. Or you can just mail in the check, which will come CSLGH, and the address is on the screen. And we appreciate and really, really, really welcome all your support with such warm and open heart, and know that it goes forth to bless not only the center, but all those that are able to experience the divine presence through our sharing and experience and expression. So it's with love. I say good night, and I appreciate you being here. So as I say this, I let go and I let God, and I know that you are blessed in creativity, in love, in joy. You are blessed with this abundance of love in your life. You are blessed with the health of the universe, knowing that the spirit of life is in charge with your health, and you release anything as unlike the perfection that is truly who and what we are, and you willingly allow yourself to step into the wholeness of being. All of this, we know it goes forth to bless your life, and we're grateful that you have been with us. And we acknowledge it by saying thank you and good night.